melting, Peter.
I'm melting.
Shut up. Is it recorded?
Yeah.
Hey, and do you miss Tanner?
Yeah,
Do you have another popsicle?
I already had 2.
Oh my god.
All right. So, hey, I'm Kennedy.
Josh. Oh, you started it?
Yeah.
I'm Trevor.
And I'm Peyton Worth.
All right. Our first movie we're going to talk about is Django Unchained.
First of all, what y'all think?
I really do like this movie. I thought it has a lot like involved in it, and especially like nowadays, it's everyone like kind of canceled this movie, but it was made back in the day. But I give this movie a 9 out of 10.
I don't think people canceled it back in the day.
No, they're canceling it right now.
Like,
They like canceled it when like the whole like.
I thought it was like really well done. And I thought it was like a really important movie too. And I think that it kind of just like showed how much, like, I think it was good for, I guess, like, in some ways, like, Black people to see like how like poorly they were treated. Obviously like they know that, but then to see like a hero like rise up during that era and like kind of like fight back and like become like hit like a free man, or like basically like be able to like ride a horse around. I thought that was like really important to see, and I thought that was like really cool. And I just really liked the movie.
What do you give it?
I like it 9 at least.
Yeah, give it 9 or 10. Just cause like how they portray everything. Like I think we forget a lot about like what happened back in the past. So
I'd probably give it like a 8.5. I thought that it was really well done and it had a lot more meaning behind it and everything. But also like for it being in its time and stuff, it was obviously done really well. But now, if you were to look at it now, I think that it could have been a lot better written in a sense. I think that they did a good job of portraying all of the racism and everything that was going on at the time. But I think some of it could have been more accurate, if that makes sense.
yeah, like I think one of the biggest things is like how they portray like certain cultures and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I don't think they did it like their full justice of like how that actually happened.
Yeah.
So like
Overall, it's pretty good.
and then like how they portray the Black culture and stuff, like with all the slaves, and like the N-word was probably said like
Every other sentence.
40
Every
times
sentence.
every minute.
Every
felt like.
sentence. It's
Yeah.
literally was in every sentence.
So like, I don't know about y'all, but you think like you could like you're not gonna have a movie now that has the N-word every sentence.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I said like, especially like what's happened the past like 2 years and stuff. Like, I remember like there were some movies and like stuff and like things in stores and people like got like heavily canceled. And I remember reading a thing like a couple years like last year how like they said like this movie was like is canceled even though it was like made like done a while ago, but they like were canceling for like how racist like this movie was.
Yeah, I mean, think about like that, and then now think about like our time, like literally Aunt Jemima's getting canceled.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like things in stores, like also Aunt Jemima's family's pissed about that.
Yeah.
But that's the point.
And then like just like the slave culture and like how they portrayed all the slaves, like they're all fighting and stuff. Like at the end of the movie, they're going like
Yeah.
by fighting slaves. So like I don't know if that really happened or not, but I think they just wanted to portray them as like they're just getting used for this, and like nobody really looks. Which I mean, nobody did, but nobody like really looks up to them or like sees any value out of them.
So what's the next point we're gonna talk about?
I guess you can just talk about Django itself. Like, what do you think the significance of Django was? Like how Django came to be, going from a slave and getting tortured to basically being everybody looking up to him and being the icon of the movie.
Yeah, I think he was the hero. I think this could be like I think the theme of it, or what do you call that? The heroic type. What'd you say?
The archetype.
Yeah, I think it was like heroic, and I think that he really showed a step towards our future, which if you like now looking back at it, like it was a big step in like them standing up for themselves and them becoming a part of the whole culture and not just being slaves and everything that they were at the time. Um, but yeah, he definitely is now looked back on as like a hero for everything that he did, for standing up, for going back, and he just showed so much strength in a person, and or a black person at the time, most definitely.
Yeah, I really agree with that.
I think it also took a lot of courage for the dentist to get Django out of it and like take him
Yeah.
around, because like you can tell like when they're driving through like the first town, like everybody's like, who the heck is this black man walking? They're like riding a horse, and like, who is this? And then like the sheriff was even like ready to kick him out of the town.
Like no one saw it coming. No one
Like,
really
yeah.
expected it.
Nobody expected to see a black man on the horse, but then come to find out, like he ended up doing like all the bonds and stuff, and like basically saving other people. So
Yeah, and I think like I remember the one of the last scenes that kind of started the whole fight at the end. I remember I forget the guy's name, but the doctor, he was talking to was it Mr. Candy or whatever, the
Yeah.
guy
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio plays, and Leonardo DiCaprio like could tell that he like I don't know, kind of like the whole situation that was going on with Django and like Django's wife, I guess, and was like just being like really nasty and like extremely racist. And I think the doctor like realized that and just realized how bad of a person he was, and like realized that like black people need like that, like people need to stand up against all of that. And I think when he like shot him and like started the whole like ending fight, I thought that that was just like a really important scene. And then that kind of like ties back to like him just like um unchaining him and like freeing him from the beginning. So
Yeah.
Hence the title of the name of the movie.
yeah, and then like at the end, like you knew he was eventually gonna get his payback from
Yeah.
the people. Like he knew he was not gonna be trapped up as a slave, because like the way the movie started, you knew that he was gonna end up getting his wife back and getting payback on the people who basically killed the doctor and the dentist. So.
I think that they also did a really good job of portraying like how white people did treat them.
Yeah.
Like in general, like they literally were like, why are you off like the farm basically? Why are you like you deserve nothing but to be literally in the dirt working or
Like his wife that
Like,
ran away.
yeah, his wife
Like they
was
put her
like
in like the hot box thing or whatever.
like in the
Yeah.
ground. She was literally trapped there.
yeah.
Like days. They
That was so sad.
days till like they like died.
That was so sad to watch.
Overall,
wrap
though,
this up.
I think it's
Yeah.
a good movie.
That was Django Unchained. How do I end this? Stop.